Silicon Valley has a new way to prove you're an AI company. Google processed 3.2 quadrillion tokens last month. That's a 3 followed by 15 zeros. But here's what that number doesn't tell you: whether any of it was useful. And that gap between what's easy to measure and what actually matters is where a new workplace problem is brewing. It's called Tokenmaxxing. And it might be the biggest AI workplace trap of the decade. Before we can talk about Tokenmaxxing, we need to understand what tokens actually are. OpenAI defines a token as roughly 3/4 of a word in English. A typical English sentence runs about 15 to 20 tokens. Simple enough. Every time you talk to an AI, tokens flow in two directions. You send input tokens, the model reads them, then generates output tokens back, and your bill is just the total of both. Output tokens are where it gets expensive. They can cost 3 to 5 times more than what you send in. This matters a lot when agents start generating long responses on their own. Here's the analogy that makes this click. Imagine judging a factory's output purely by its electricity bill. High electricity use just means the machines are running, not that anything useful came off the line. Tokens are AI's electricity. They're consumed whenever the model thinks, reads, or writes. High token usage just means the model ran. It doesn't mean anything useful happened. So why are companies tracking tokens at all? Because AI spending scaled fast, and leadership needed something on the dashboard to point to. Google's I/O keynote from 2026 made that number famous. But Sundar Pichai wasn't just bragging about scale. He was signaling that token volume is how companies are now measuring AI engagement. When the CEO of Google leads with a token count, every enterprise dashboard builder takes note. Token count became a KPI for one reason: it was already being tracked for billing. Leadership wanted proof of AI adoption, and the data was right there. So it became the metric, not because it's the right signal, but because it was the only one available. TechRadar reported that Amazon workers were deliberately inflating AI token usage to hit internal adoption targets. Not because it helped their work, because the leaderboard said to. Tools like Datadog's LLM observability product show exactly what enterprise AI monitoring looks like today. Token counts, request volumes, latency, all the activity metrics front and center. Notice what's not there. Any column for whether the output was actually accepted, used, or helpful. That behavior has a name now: Tokenmaxxing. Optimizing for token count rather than the thing the token count was supposed to measure. Axios covered this in April 2026. Enterprise teams building AI adoption dashboards are measuring requests, sessions, and token volumes. All activity metrics. None of them capture whether the AI output was actually used, accepted, or helpful. We have done this before. Hours worked in the 90s, emails sent in the 2000s, lines of code in the 2010s. Each time, an easy-to-measure activity metric got promoted to a performance target. Each time, Goodhart's law destroyed it. Token count is the fourth version of the same mistake. Goodhart's law states it simply: the moment you make a metric the goal, people optimize for the metric, and it stops measuring what it was supposed to measure. If Tokenmaxxing was just about humans gaming dashboards, it would be annoying. But AI agents make it a potential cost disaster. A single agentic workflow doesn't use tokens linearly. The planning step generates output that feeds the next step as input. Each sub-agent carries the full context forward. By the time a simple research task finishes, one user prompt can have consumed 50,000 tokens or more. Autonomous agents run background tasks and generate reasoning chains no human ever reads. All of it shows up on the token dashboard as glowing green numbers going up. The ways agents inflate token usage are almost all invisible. Recursive loops, full context windows pass between steps, background jobs no one opens. Agents are great at burning tokens quietly while producing no useful output. Think of an agent like a meter that spins whether you're home or not. If you set it running and forget it, it keeps going. And the token bill keeps growing. The fix for agent token explosion isn't complicated. Log input and output tokens separately so you catch the cost asymmetry. Trace each step so you can see where the context compounds. And the most practical rule: if an agent has been running for a week and nothing it produced was accepted, shut it down. When token usage is a target, employees find ways to hit it. Padding prompts, running queries twice, leaving agents running longer than needed. None of it is malicious, it's just rational behavior under a bad metric system. To their credit, some companies noticed the problem early. Salesforce introduced agentic work units trying to tie AI billing to business outcomes rather than raw token counts. Agentforce is Salesforce's attempt to build agentic AI around business outcomes. The AWU model is still evolving, but the intent is right. Instead of charging by token, charge by a unit of work a customer actually cares about. That's the direction the whole industry needs to move. Business and research coverage has converged on the same concern. Measuring AI productivity by token volume captures the wrong signal. The gap between what's easy to track and what actually matters is where Tokenmaxxing thrives. The good news, this is a solvable problem. Not technically hard, just organizationally uncomfortable. The shift is simple in principle. Stop counting the electricity. Start counting the useful products off the line. Token counts tell you what the AI did. Outcome metrics tell you whether it helped. These are the metrics that actually correlate with value. Acceptance rate tells you if the AI output was trusted. Time saved tells you about workflow impact. Cost per useful output normalizes the bill against what came from it. And none of these require a PhD to instrument. The Milestone AI framework distinguishes input metrics, process metrics, and outcome metrics. Token count sits in the input column. It belongs on a cost dashboard, never on a productivity leaderboard. GitHub Copilot quietly gets this right. Their headline metric isn't token consumption, it's how often developers actually keep what the AI suggests. That's a signal about value, not just volume. TechRadar's reporting on Tokenmaxxing behavior cites AI suggestion acceptance rates as low as 12% at teams optimizing for usage targets. That means 88% of all those tokens generated output nobody used. High token count. Zero productivity. It's like measuring a writer by how many words they typed. A writer who produces 10,000 words of unusable drafts is less productive than one who writes 500 sharp, publishable sentences. Google's token volume hit 3.2 quadrillion per month by 2026, up 330 times from just 2 years earlier. At that growth rate, the cost of measuring the wrong thing is enormous. Token tracking isn't evil. It's a cost tool. The problem is only when it becomes the goal. The organizations getting this right treat token dashboards the way they treat server costs. Important to manage, but not a proxy for engineering output. They build acceptance tracking into their AI tooling. They audit agents before deploying them at scale. And they've banned pure usage leaderboards. Understanding tokens is still worth doing. Knowing roughly how much context you're sending, where output costs spike, and how agents compound usage, that's practical knowledge. Just don't let the counter become the scoreboard. A compass points north. It doesn't tell you whether north is where you're trying to go. Tokens point at usage. Make sure that's actually the direction your team needs to move. AI adoption is easy to measure. Real productivity is not. That gap is where Tokenmaxxing lives, and closing it is the actual work. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more tech videos.